Can you talk about the journey that you've been on the past 2 years and just how far you've come?
Definitely. I think I think it just goes back to, there's a lot of obstacles in life, and I think it's a good lesson. I think for anybody, that no matter what, what's kind of going on, that you stay on that grind, and eventually, your opportunity comes. And I was fortunate that that was able to work out for me. But again, I think it just goes back to being persistent and not letting up when it's easy to let up.
And all the hard work and getting through all those obstacles, going out on the field and starting center this year, what's that kind of mean to you? How's it feel, I guess?
It's a nice culmination of how everything's kind of come around. Like I said about just having that persistence. That there's going to be a lot of obstacles, but there's a life lesson in that you keep at it, and eventually that time comes.
You spent all spring as a center, and you spent the preseason as a guard.
Right.
Now you spent the last 4 games as a center again.
Right.
How has it been making that transition, making those changes?
So sometimes you don't know what stance you're getting into when you put your hand down. But no, it's nice. I spent enough time at center now that when I had to come back, I just spent a day snapping and was kind of back at it. But it's also nice because you really get, I think, a great sense of empathy for all the blocks that you have in the line, and as a center that helps a lot because you kind of know, this is a tough block for him. Let me help a little bit more here, or where those things kind of go. So it helps a lot.
What was the mental part of that transition that everybody had? I mean, with 4 guys moving positions. I mean,
right.
You guys kind of look around and say, how are we going to come back together?
Right. I think we're fortunate that the guys we have here are a really tight unit, so that it made that transition a lot faster. And I think even we anticipated. It was the first week, obviously, getting used to everybody. It was the first time Nick hadn't been at center for a while, so but I think we put in a lot of extra work, and I think it was able to kind of speed up that process and get us gelling.
Does 157 yards against Florida State feel better than 216 against North Carolina?
Yeah. I mean, anytime. You take a look at that defense. They come to play. They do what they do really well. So we obviously felt good about how we were moving the ball against them.
Coach Denbrock mentioned that was the Lions' best game, and obviously he indicated that cohesion was part of it. Did you kind of feel going into that game that you guys had begun to gel before moving to new positions along with Ronnie?
Absolutely. I had just a great feeling going down there. The way that the whole team, especially, but just the way the offensive line prepared that week. I think everybody knew that it was going to take our best, and that we really wanted to come out with that. So, I think that we felt that was going to be what we had.